The first part had explained what is happiness and unhappiness. The second part concludes with the solution for unhappiness.
So where does the solution lie then? Where does the solution lie? That is the question.
You want to say it should not be.
I am not saying that. I am saying that when he is choosing an experience, he has to think that this is the finite aspect of infinity. When you say I am seeing, so I am seeing is not the physical eye which is seeing, eyes which is seeing, but that infinite aspect which is helping me to see. There are two things which come in every experience. And the person who has got the knowledge about infinity in his personality, because that is the truth which is not been taught in any college or a school. When I say I am Harsh or I am Vinod, it's not that physical personality only, or it's not that emotional personality only. That personality is been backed by the infinite aspect of me again, because the five primordial elements in me, like air, water, fire, everything is linked with infinity. Now question is that because you are finding happiness in finity, finity is unlimited. Finity brings attachment with that. Finity brings craving. Finity will bring neutrality. It depends upon how much that person is finding unhappiness. Only that person who finds that there is nothing of happiness around. I'm not saying that every person finds it at a particular moment only. At one moment it doesn't happen with everybody. It depends upon every person in the world who is born in a particular environment and situation, and he is trying to find happiness with whatever gadget, whatever things are around him, his relatives. I'm coming to that.
Like seeing this photo, like eating this dal or upma, people may find it as happy.
Like I told you, brother, it's relative. Somebody might find happiness in the very kachra, the junk food. Somebody finds happiness in mirchi. There are people just they eat mirchi and they find happiness. It is a very relative thing. Relative happiness you are getting each and every relative to what your previous state is. It's a relative happiness. So every person is going through relative happiness each and every moment, split of a second you are going through. So the question comes is that as he goes up with whatever the norms he has found himself for, what he is made up of, and he doesn't thrives to understand what his personality is, he gets into the finity aspect of himself, the finity aspect of the world, and he tries to find happiness in a relative sense always, which doesn't help him or each and every. It is because it comes with relativity, it is changing, you are changing, that thing is changing, and you don't get the same happiness, you get unhappiness out of that. As the age increases, the sensual level and the mind level, the mind and the sensual level brings more of an unhappiness, because world is not catering to you as it was when you were child, when you were an adult, when you were going ahead. It doesn't cater that way because he doesn't understand his personality. Now question is whether
if someone asks you, how can you say that I don't understand my God?
The reason I'm telling you is that beta, because only one thing has been taught to each and every person around the world. Why I'm coming to this point of infinity is that no school, no parent, no university or nothing around the world, nobody, no institute is teaching that you as a person is made up of two things. You just don't give so much importance to your finity that you don't know what is infinite aspect, because every experience of a person has got two things continuous with him. He is only hyping on the finity aspect of that, leaving the infinity aspect of this. He just leaves the infinity aspect. What I am saying is that when a person knows the infinite aspect of himself And then when he goes through the experience of happiness or a pleasure, he knows what is the value of that happiness, how much of attachment he has to get, how much he should expect from that pleasure. If he understands clearly that this is a change which is happening, and this change is, if I don't get attached, if I get attached with this thing, it will bring me unhappiness. Because I am attached with that infinite aspect of myself, which you have to practice, saying that I am that infinite aspect of myself. I am not only the finite aspect of myself. So as you go on speaking with yourself, learning with yourself that you are that infinite aspect also when you are going through the experience of happiness. So what happens is that even if there is sadness coming in your life, you say that this sadness is relative to my happiness and this happiness is relative to my sadness. I am not this relative thing because it is finity in me which is contacting from my experience. I am that infinite experience which doesn't have any relative. It is one single entity as infinity. Infinity, there cannot be two things. There cannot be relativity in infinity. Harsh.
And if someone asks you, okay, you are saying all this, but where it is written, only you know knowledge of infinite, then only you can react. Like you have to prove yourself, like you are saying something, but after that, some proof matters.
Proof is that the highest philosophical person, the rishis or the munis or the acharyas, these people or the self-realized souls around, Swami Vivekananda, or you can say even Jesus Christ or his Prophet Muhammad, they were realized souls. They were in the highest realm of consciousness.
So
They were related. They were.
You say you don't have a proof, but you have to go through the experience.
Proof is that science also believes in infinity. That is the proof. Infinity in yourself also.
The Upanishads or Vedanta, that is the proof.
No. That see, I cannot.
Well, I believe that proof.
No. What I want to say is that, do you believe in the space above? Are you seeing the space above? I am going very practical to explain it to people. I am not saying about science. Listen. I am not saying that just because I am saying about Upanishad and Veda you have to believe. I am not saying, I won't say that. Because every person in the world, if I am dealing with happiness, is related to a person. A person not me in India who knows about philosophy. It's not that.
Why I am asking about proof is like if I am ill today, so I am feeling better. That's why how nowadays people they connect with you. These things.
See, what I'm saying is that whatever you have to do for your existence, if you are sick, you are taking medicine, you feel good. That is one part of existence. If you don't have food, you go for food, you eat. That is for existence. That is the basic instinct in which is been built in every person. That is the fight for existence. So for existence, whatever you have to do, you do it for existence, because existence is with infinity. If there is no existence, there cannot be infinity also in you. There are different shades of existence. I am saying is that once the existence is over, things are over with the existence, people do not stop for happiness because they are linked with the finite aspect. They get linked and get attached and that craving for the finite aspect, which there is no limit. You can go towards exploring things not on the earth, which people are doing now in US and all. They're going trillions of dollars. They're finding some place somewhere where they can go and stay. But that is again finity. That is what limitations.
Tell me the answer.
That's what I'm telling you. That there has to, you go wherever you want to find now. There is a limitation. There has to be change there also. Change doesn't leave finity. Change of your own self. You are changing. You have got birth and death, which you feel you are born and you are dying. The question is that if as you shift towards your infinite aspect in you, I'll give you an example. When you say that I am infinite, you presume that you are infinite. Now, what are the attributes of infinity? If it is infinity, it doesn't have a form, it doesn't have shape. Which science also says. Science believes in infinity. So I am not saying that you Just believe what I'm saying. Now practically, if I want to show you what infinity is, you go just look up and ask yourself, where is the end to this sky? Where is the end to the space? Is there a wall or something which ends this space? So if there is infinity everywhere, how can you say that there is not infinity in you? You're something separate. You're part of the infinity. You're a change in the infinity. So you have to believe that infinity is supporting you. Because I'm telling you why. There are two people sleeping. One is dead and one is sleeping. How can you know that who is dead and who is sleeping? A person who is dead, his mass is same like this mass everywhere. It is just an mud, you can say, or it's just the air which in the body is, the fire in his body, the water in his body, they all go, and the matter also charge. So what is the difference between the person who was sleeping and he just awakes and he starts speaking? There is something which is making him conscious, something which is making these five things into a living thing. That itself is infinite. Because if you try to find answer to what is that, it again leads to infinite. So what I want to say is that infinite aspect in you and the finite aspect in you goes hand in hand. You have to go to the finite experience, no doubt about it. You have to go to the happiness, no doubt about it. But if you have got this the knowledge of infinity with you to guide you in each and every experience, and how to take that impression of happiness or sadness in you vis-a-vis compared to the infinite aspect in you. Infinity is truth. That is the truth. That
Like
cannot
a
change.
medicine.
You can just say it's a medicine. You can say it's a medicine, but those thoughts which are made up of infinity, those thoughts superride the thoughts of finity, and you find yourself into permanent happiness related to each and every experience you go through of finity or unhappiness, because you know that you are not unhappiness. It cannot happen with you. Infinity doesn't have unhappiness in it. Finity goes with cause and effect. That if I do something, I'll get this effect. Infinity doesn't have a cause and effect. So when you're going through an experience, what you say is that I am that infinite aspect in my personality which is involving my finite experiences to experience that particular happiness. Even if I get this, it is just a relative thing. It might give me unhappiness. So I go through that experience, but I don't take any attachment from that. I don't have that craving for that, because I know that the more attachment I'll be having with that finity, and the more I'll be running for that thing, it is somewhere down the line, because of the changing aspect everywhere, somewhere down the line will bring me in unhappiness, because it's relative, but infinity is absolute. So when we make thoughts of that infinite aspect in us, saying that I am that infinite aspect in myself, which is the truth, okay, which doesn't change vis-a-vis the changing aspect of me being a finite thing, going through all the finite experiences. This finity cannot affect the infinite aspect in me. So unhappiness cannot affect me. Even if there is a happiness which is coming, I know the true value of that happiness, because it is finite. It has got time, it has got limitation. That I know, because finite is based with time, space and causation. It is located in a particular space, it is located with a particular time, and it is located by cause and effect. Infinity doesn't have these things. It is not limited by time, it is not limited by space, or not limited by cause and effect. So the more you get attuned to that infinite aspect you, which your truth, science also accepts, and the more we inculcate thoughts about that infinity in us, saying that my personality is more like this infinite aspect, the finite aspect will change. My body is going to change, the people are going to change, the environment is going to change, I might become unhappy, but my infinity aspect in me, which is my core personality, the substratum, the enlivening principle, the homogeneous principle in each and everything around the world, consisting of all the beings, of all the things, whether it's a tree, it's an animal, it's a plant, it's a mountain, everything is linked with infinity. So there is no two there, that me and that person, me and that animal, everybody has got that environment principle working with everybody. So I am that one homogeneous principle working with everybody. So I don't have any problem with anything around the world. I am one with everybody. Vasudeva Kutumbakam. That is the logic. Where is the clash? He is a person, I am a person, he is finite, I am finite, but I know that infinite aspect in me and that person are the same. It's like electricity. Do you see electricity? You cannot see electricity. Electricity is generated, okay, and comes through wires. Now the same electricity can make a bulb light, the same electricity can make refrigerator cold, the same electricity can run a car, same electricity can run a car, the same electricity runs everything which is related to computers and everything around. The same electricity is there. The equipments are different. Bulb has got a different equipment. That is why it shines differently. Same happens with every person. Every person's body is different. Person's life is different because of his previous janma. He takes the birth in a different format. That format makes him happy or unhappy. The sooner he gets to know himself, the better. He might know for his full life also, but the sooner he knows about this fact that I am that electricity which is working everywhere. It's working in the car which is speeding. The same electricity is working everywhere. So that is how infinity we have to relate. Without electricity, can the car run? No. Without infinity, can we walk? No. Can we talk? No. Whatever the Panchikaran or the division of five primordial elements, division and subdivision of those elements have prepared such a sensitive equipment in us, in the brain, which creates light. The division of that five things in a very fine division, when it happens, it creates that electromagnetism in us, in the brain. That is where everything starts working on in us. As a computer, the sensitivity, the equipment in the computer works in the same way, but it needs electricity first. That electricity is being reduced by subconductors in the computer, and that much amount of electricity which is needed, volts, only that much volt is given, but it is just zeros and ones, lights and darks. You take a supercomputer also, which is having artificial intelligence, that is also zeros and ones, not more, nothing more than that. Only question is what is the equipment it is made up of. So the brilliancy in each and every person around the world is the equipment which he has developed, finite equipment. But even the highest person having the finest equipment which he has developed, he cannot be happy, not necessarily, because he doesn't know infinity. Even the president of US or any person around the world has to go through unhappiness, because that he is conducting himself only at finite level, and nobody around the world is thinking where permanent happiness lies. It is removing. People are saying that I am unhappy related to happiness. People are saying I am happy related to unhappiness. It is a relative thing. Each and every person. Highest form of happiness which a person, a billionaire is experiencing, okay, he is going to get that billion amount of unhappiness. That is the fact. That is why most of the billionaires, when they have got a lot of money and they become old, they just give it to charity, they just throw it away. There is nothing in that money which they say that brings me happiness now. They just throw it away. They go through Osho or they go to all these people to understand that what is it that can make me happy. I've gone through everything. I've gone through money. I've gone through everything. What is it that makes me happy? And the solution lies in knowing that you are only that is the solution.
I request you to like, comment, subscribe this video blog and share it with others to benefit. Thanks for watching this video.